Good Friday morning. It's me, Danielle Tully with eXp Real Estate, and I am here to talk to you about buyer's consultations and the importance of them. It is very obvious. It's so that you are stuck with me. I can get you to sign on the dotted line and I can reap the rewards. No, not at all. Of course, it is to open up lines of communication. I want you as representing you as a buyer, I want you to have all the information possible from day one. And this is our opportunity to help you start your journey and know, because a lot of first-time home buyers, and even not first-time home buyers, it's been a couple of years, the way we do things is always changing. So there's always going to be some trepidation with buyers about, are they doing the right thing? What do they need to know? And our buyers consultations are the best first step into that. And so as you see, Ruth's not here with me today. She took a little bit of a break, just like I did last week. So hopefully I have everything under control today, but I'm sure we can, if I forget anything, I'll add something later, or Ruth can chime in on the comments. So first of all, the reason for it is because this is going to be a very huge purchase. I mean, this is going to be something that people don't do very often, and it's going to be likely the biggest or one of the biggest investments of their entire life. And if you're using me or Ruth or one of us, we want you to know and like and trust us. And trust is so very important. And we want to give you all of the information in order for you to understand that we know what we're talking about, and we're trying to direct you in the right way. We're not going to make you do anything. We're not pushy. We try not to be pushy. We give you all the information and let you make the final decision. But you can't make a very good decision without all the information. So we talk about, in these buyer's consultations, putting a plan in place. So we always have like this plan, but every single buyer is different. Even over the last couple of years, it's been a seller's market. But each week, each location, things can change. So just because it's one way now doesn't mean it'll be there same in a week or a month or 6 months. So we try to put a timeline in place for you, understand where you're coming from, what your goals are, and we help tell you what is necessary to meet that. Also, we let you know about the current buyer's market, what to expect. So in this current market that we're in, it's very quick. You have to make a lot of decisions, but that's not to say that we want you to make a bad decision. So we want you to funnel out your choices until you find the one that's right and you're ready to make that commitment. We want to give you an idea in that first consultation of your financial costs. Now, we're not going to be able to tell you exactly what your monthly payments are going to be or anything like that. That's why we have our valued lenders that we will refer you to. But there are some things that you just have to know about. There's earnest money and inspections and appraisals and things that you will need the cash or the funds in some form or another, credit card, whatever, before you get to the closing table. And we want to talk to you about those. So those aren't unexpected occurrences when you're knee deep in love with a house and suddenly you find out that you have these steps that you weren't expecting. So we want to be able to, and we talk that over with you. Like I just talked about our professional, our lenders, our preferred lenders. We have a group of lenders that we use, but there's other professionals that we want to talk to you about that you should be expected. We are in Illinois and we have an attorney state. We have fantastic attorneys that we work with for years and years, and we really trust them. And so we share that information. We have inspectors that we really trust, and that's a huge step and a very important one to making sure you have a peace of mind in this transaction. So we want to make sure that you're using inspectors that we know and trust, and we'll help you through that. So we talk a little bit about that. We provide you and we talk to you about the importance of using HomeSnap, which is our app that allows us to communicate very seamlessly with our clients, our buyers. They're hooked up to us As something new comes on, you can direct message us in between it. So we talk about a little bit about that, how to go about it, how we'll set up showings through it and answer questions through it based on your needs. Also, we will go step by step every single part of the transaction, from starting the search to the closing table. Now, it's going to be a lot of information, but don't worry, it is going to be something that we will talk about over and over and over again, but it's still nice, again, to be prepared. We want you to be prepared for each of these steps, because it's very hard to trust somebody if the first time you're hearing about needing to write a check is when I'm saying you need to write a check right now in the next 24 to 48 hours. Suddenly it's like, wait, what happened here? So the more you are prepared, we feel that the better you'll feel each step of the way. And we want you to be very confident. We are relational realtors. We want you to like us. We want you to trust us, but we want to be your friend. We want to see you again. We want you to come to our, fall picture day. And, when we send out fun things, we want you to participate, and we want you to have an enjoyable experience. So it's not about the end game. Of course, we want you to meet your goals. That's what it is for us. It's your goals and meeting you there, however that happens. We want to open up opportunity to talk back and forth. Again, you're going to have questions and concerns. And often people are not wanting to ask those questions because they think they're asking stupid questions. Because we know the answer. So obviously, if you don't know the answer, it's wrong. Well, no, that's not the case at all. We want to be your resource. We are your source for getting you, that's why you hire us. That's why you want us there step by step, is because you don't, particularly know what you're doing when you start out, and you do need that extra guidance, and we are here. So this is the first opportunity for you to start, asking questions, because everybody has somebody who's in their ear talking about, well, you should be doing this, or you shouldn't be doing this. And it's your way of saying, like, hey, are they right, or what's wrong? And we can kind of put you on the right step to doing what we think is right, and helping guide you with that. So we want to open those communication. We also find out, do you have something to sell first, and how it looks, what it will look like in that kind of complicated, balance between putting your house on the market and buying. And that's in any type of market. Now it's hard to buy when you have something to sell, but it's easy to sell. But getting that time right. And the same goes, even when it's not so much a seller's market, when you find something you like, but your house might take a little longer to sell. So there's always this balance, no matter what type of market's out there, for doing that. So we would walk you through that as well. And we have some resources for that too. Again, not only through the buying process, but we're always, trying to provide for anything, that it might be, I don't want to say bridge loans, but there are opportunities out there where making things happen, coincide works well. And then again, we just want you to be confident. We want to be able to, there's so many things that can come up in a transaction. And it's no matter how much we talk to you about expecting this, inspecting this, one of the things you should always expect is something unexpected happening. Not necessarily something that we haven't dealt with, but it's smooth sailing until, whoops, there's a bump in the road. And those bumps in the road where we weren't expecting it is where having a good solid foundation of what's going on in the process really helps, I believe. So, again, I know in the time of immediate satisfaction, where you can go on to a website, and that website will supposedly give you the value of a house, even though they've never been inside of it to know what it's worth. And it gives you a nice nice button to click and have somebody, show up in an hour to show you that house. By doing that, you're just seeing a house. You're not getting the guidance. You're not understanding what comes next. Say you love that house, and now what? What's this person going to do for you? So it's one of those things where, yes, it might seem a little bit more tedious, but trust me, it is so worth it to be really well prepared, especially in this market where you cannot hesitate. If you find a house that you like and you love and you want to put an offer on, all of your ducks need to be in a row already, to make it work, because trust me, there is no waiting in this market. I mean, almost seeing a new house come up, you can't even wait for the weekend anymore. So we just really want to prepare our clients and hopefully make them the most satisfied they can be at the end of the transaction. So if there's anything that you do have questions on, please post in the comments or reach out to Ruth and I. We are always happy to answer questions and get you on the road to, even if you're just starting to think about it, what to expect. So hope you have a great day and weekend, and we'll see you next Friday on Keeping the Real in Real Estate. Have a great one.